Hello Heavy Metal Maidens and Masters, I'm Heavy Metal Momma and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am, as requested, showing you my coat collection. But before we get to that, remember to like this video, comment down below to discuss any of the things that come up in this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and thank you to all of you that already do, it is greatly appreciated. Hit that notification bell if you want to find out whenever I upload, and welcome. So, my coat collection. It has been requested by quite a number of you that I show you my coat collection, especially with us going into summer from, you know, I wanted to show you all the different types of coats that I have. I have one for almost every eventuality. So let's just dive straight in there because there's quite a few of them. I will of course let you know which ones are still available. If you want a full review of any of the ones that are still available and I haven't already done that review, let me know down in the comments and I will of course endeavour to make that video for you. So, the first coat that we have is the Hell Bunny Sadie's 50s baseball jacket. Now, I don't wear this a great deal. This is most definitely a summer jacket because it is lined, but it's not that thick. It's more like a hoodie sort of thing, that kind of material. It's obviously baseball jacket. It has this anchor design on the back and the little swallow design on the front. I have quite a lot of 50s style capris and little sort of Bardo style tops that I wear quite a lot in the summer, especially to work. I think the 50s sort of rockabilly look is quite professional looking but still very much alternative. So I was very much that way before I had the children and I didn't want to throw all those clothes away. They're beautiful clothes, there's nothing wrong with them, they're just not how I want to dress day to day, but for work I think they're great, and so this is very much the jacket that I wear to work with a little pair of capri pants, little Bardo top or something like that, you know, little pair of heels. I think it looks fairly professional. And of course this is a really cute jacket. I got this in a small, it's got, you know, poppers, pockets. I like it, it's good to keep a chill off, you know. And in that vein of a 50s style baseball jacket, I have got the Vixxsin Varsity jacket. I don't know what this is called. I have googled it annoyingly because I didn't buy it. I was bought this for my birthday. I think they bought it from Amazon, but of course it wasn't in my Amazon order, so I can't see the name of the jacket, and I have googled the bejesus out of it. I cannot find it anywhere. Sadly, that means I don't think that you'll be able to purchase this. This is, I would say, the Hell Bunny one is better quality. The Hell Bunny one is lined, this one is not. This one is longer, so that one is very much a cropped jacket. This one is much longer. This one's a bit more rock though, because look, you've got this really cool lady on the back with the gun and all the tattoos, and you know, again, it's not my style so much anymore, but you know, like where I'm wearing this kind of outfit like today, I've got a pair of little collective red sunglasses. It looks pretty cool. It's that more like Gothabilly sort of look, but yeah, no, this is a really cool jacket. I think Heavy Metal Hubby got me this for my birthday. It was either Heavy Metal Hubby or my mum and dad, but it was a fair old few years ago now, hence why I can't find it anywhere. So sadly, I'm afraid if you want this, I think the only place you might find it is eBay, but I mean, I did quite some searching in the research for this video. I couldn't find it anywhere. If you know what it's called, put it down in the comments below, please, and then I can add it to the description. But yes, obviously this is definitely Vixxsin, but I don't know any more than that, I'm afraid. But yeah, very cool little varsity jacket. Okay, this jacket, well, it's either this one or the other one. I've got two Topshop jackets in these, and these are old. I think this jacket is 15 years old, at least 15 years old. This is like it's material, it's really soft. It looks like snakeskin when you get up really close, but it's not. It's got like a shimmer effect on it, but it's beautifully cut. It's got like a sort of silveryness to it in the light. It's got these stretchy panels though, like under the arms, and so it's never tight at all. It hangs really nicely. It's a lovely light summer jacket. You know, back in my 20s I wanted a leather jacket, but at the time couldn't afford one, and this really hit the spot. I felt really like it, you know, very biker, and yet didn't have to shell out an absolute fortune for a leather jacket. So I loved this jacket. I will probably never get rid of this jacket. It's just so cool. My mum is like, you can't get rid of that jacket. I will have that jacket off you. So yeah, again, you'll never get this. You know, this is well, 15 years old. It's practically vintage now. But yeah, I absolutely love this jacket. The only annoying thing is I did think, because this is material, this will be perfect for me to put those pins on that you get in, you know, boxes and people buy you, and you know. But because it's so lightweight, if you put a pin on it, it changes the way the material hangs. So sadly, I tried putting pins on all the lapels. You probably won't be able to see from here, but you can see there's tiny little holes in the neck. But it just made the whole thing droop really weirdly, so I had to take them all off again. So I will find a biker jacket that I can put them on, but it's not this one. But no, I do love this jacket. It's super comfortable. It's great if you want to wear a biker jacket, but it's really quite hot in the summer. You know, that sort of chuck it on in the evening when you're on holiday. I take it with me whenever we go to Lanzarote. It's a great coat for there. Okay, this jacket is magnificent. This is the most expensive. Actually, no, it wasn't the most expensive jacket. This should have been the most expensive jacket in the collection. So this is the EMP Black Premium All Over the Road jacket. You can still buy this from EMP. It's absolutely glorious. It's real leather, so I'm afraid if you're vegan, it's not for you. It's magnificently made, absolutely magnificently made. Really beautiful, buttery soft, thick leather. It's got the zips on the cuffs. It's got the zips here, you know, the usual zips. I mean, everything's got a popper that works. All of these poppers work. And then on the back, a huge effing great skull. You know how I feel about skulls. It's got a huge skull on the back. It's just awesome. I love this jacket. I feel badass in this jacket. It goes with so many things, and because it's proper leather jacket, it's really, really warm. It really keeps the wind out. It's just beautifully made. Look, I mean, you can see they've embossed into the leather here. EMP Black Premium. It's absolutely glorious jacket. I would definitely recommend you go and get this. I managed to get this when I was a Backstage Club member. The EMP Backstage Club has, the benefits aren't as good now as they used to be. When I was originally a member of the EMP Backstage Club, it was on a Black Friday, oh no, it's Cyber Monday. They had a thing where if you were a member, you got a percentage discount, and then with the Cyber Monday deal that they had, it was like for a 2-hour slot, this was reduced to £105 from £179.99, which is really, really good deal. So yeah, this was my Christmas present from, like, I think both sets, my parents and Heavy Metal Hubby's parents, because I mean, I just couldn't. I had my eye on it for ages, and I was like, I can't justify nearly £200 on a jacket. And then when I saw it was £105, I was like, I'm having it. So yeah, I don't think you get deals like that anymore, sadly, even on, you know, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But yeah, this was a steal, and I'm so thrilled with it. This I will have when I'm 90. I can never ever change size because I have to fit this jacket forever. That's how much I love this jacket. I will diet. I will forego cake for that jacket. Right, the next jacket. This is the Poison Industries Alice Hood. Not to be confused with the Poison Industries Alice Coat, which will come up later. So this is a fleece jacket. It's lined with that real satiny lining as well. It's got like a faux fur trim around the edges as well. It's absolutely beautiful. It flutes out at the sides here. It's corseted at the back as well, so it fits beautifully with these huge bell sleeves that are actually, they're double lined. These sleeves are really gorgeous with these big bows on them, with the heart-shaped pockets with the little bows on them. Obviously this has got some of my pins on because this lends itself very well to the pins. I love this jacket. This jacket looks great with like a pair of jeans, or if you've got like if you've got a skirt that's an awkward shape, this looks great, especially if you don't want to wear a long coat with it. I personally like this best with a pair of trousers. I just think it looks fantastic. The shape of it, it's lovely, it's snuggly, it's cosy. I've had this one for quite a few years now. I love this coat. Love this coat. I've probably had this about 10 years. Yeah, this is the Poison Industries Alice hood. So this is a beautiful short jacket. Right, moving into the, what I would say, sort of mid-length jackets, well, coats. They come to sort of partway between your thigh, between your mid-thigh and your knee. So this is the Necessary Evil Moirai Coat. It's got these faux leather bits on, it's got the zip on. I have done a video on this. I will link it up there and down in the description so that you can see a proper full review of this. I love this though, with the handkerchief hem and all the little leatherette details and all the zips and the hood. I absolutely love this. I wear this a lot. It's a sort of go-to because it's like a hoodie sort of thickness, but it feels more formal than a hoodie. So, you know, if you want sort of hoodie thickness but you don't want to the casualness of a hoodie, this is gorgeous, and the length of it is really flattering. It looks great with all those sort of mid-thigh to knee length dresses. I really love this coat, really chuffed with it. If you want to see the full review, like I said, check out that other video. I love this coat. Okay, the next coat is new to me. I got this coat for you guys for this video because I'd had my eye on it for ages. And when you guys said that you wanted a coat video, I was like, I do need a proper coat that's a similar size and wearability of the Moirai coat, but I need something that is a proper coat material coat. So this is the Necessary Evil Cynthia coat. So this is a similar length, but it doesn't have the handkerchief hem. It's just a single layer hem. It has got corseting at the back again because, you know, every girl needs it to be nipped in at the waist. It just looks so flattering. This one does not have a hood, so don't go in expecting a hood, but it's got this beautiful like capelet detail on the sleeves. You kind of feel a little bit like you should be in a Sherlock Holmes movie sort of thing. It's got that, yeah, that sort of long coat with the capelet type detail on it that, you know, you feel like you should have a monocle and you know, one of those stupid hats. It's got beautiful pointed sleeves as well. This is more like a felt proper coat material, and it's beautifufully lined as well, so it just glides on over the top of anything that you've got. Lovely sturdy zip as well. I love this coat. It's much more formal than that Moirai coat, and much warmer than that Moirai coat, but yeah, it just looks so elegant in it. You know, I thought for these, especially with what's going on, you know, we're going for walks more because it's all you can do. It's not like you can go anywhere, is it? So we're having a nice long walk around the block, or we're walking to the corner shop to pick up the milk and butter because, you know, you might as well make a day, make a bit of a trip out of it, you know. So I had to stand and wait in line for Tesco's, you know, as you do with your 2 meters apart to go in. And I was so glad I'd put this on. I wasn't going to. I was just going to go in my jumper. And I was so glad I'd put this on because the wind, although it was lovely bright sunshine, the wind was chilly. And obviously I was stood outside Tesco for about half an hour waiting to get in. I think that's almost worse than having to do the shop, is the waiting. But this, I was so pleased for this coat. It's so beautiful. I haven't washed it yet. I mean, to be honest, I try not to wash my coats if I don't have to, because, you know, they're a pain to get dry if nothing else. But absolutely beautiful coat. I'm pretty sure that this is on sale at the moment on Kate's Clothing as well. So head over there, have a look, get yourself a nice sort of spring coat. I mean, this would be great in the summer as well. It'd be great all year round, but I wanted a short coat because I thought some of my long coats, with the time of year now it's warming up, they're a bit overkill. And also if we end up going for a walk through the woods or something, you don't want to get mud all over your lovely long coats. So this is absolutely glorious. Like I said, head over to Kate's Clothing. This is called the Cynthia coat, and of course you can use the code Metal Mama 15. I'll put it up there. I'll put it down in the description as well. That gets you a 15% discount, and that is valid until the end of April. Right, the next coat. Guess what? It's another Necessary Evil coat. This is the Necessary Evil Alcis coat. Now, you can only get this on eBay now secondhand because this coat came out a long time ago. This is one of the first things that I bought when I did like a big haul from Kate's Clothing years before my YouTube channel, when I'd really got into Necessary Evil clothing. and I bought this when it was on one of they used to do these reverse auctions. They don't do them anymore. The price would go down every day. You were hedging your bet as to whether there was any stock left. So and I got this for I think £10, this coat. You know when you're like, I can't not buy it at that price. It's great. Again, it's another hoodie material one. It's got double pockets here. It's got the little pocket here. I put this little skeleton badge on, and I put the little skull badge on the shoulder pocket. But, you know, this is brilliant. You can put your phone in there if you want to just listen to some music on the way. You know, it's got these big working pockets on the sides. It's, on me, it's not quite ankle length, but almost ankle length. Huge, great big hood. Lovely corseting back as well, although this isn't ribbon, this is just the you know, the sort of shoelacy stuff. But this coat's brilliant, especially in the winter when you want something that's warm but you don't want a proper coat on, sort of thing, especially like for the school run and stuff. You just chuck this on over the top of whatever. Great. I mean, you know, I've gone down to the school in my tracksuit bottoms and an old slobby t-shirt because I know I'm going to be doing cleaning later or something, and just chuck this on. Nobody knows what I'm wearing. Nobody can tell. So and it makes you look sort of done. And you know, this is a great coat. I took this to download as well. This is completely machine washable. I've washed this loads. I took this to download last year because I was like, well, if it gets caked in mud, I can just throw it in the washing machine. And it's not heavy, so you can stick it in a tote bag or something like that. You know, it folds up quite small, stick it in a tote bag if you get too hot. So this was absolute lifesaver at download. Absolutely love this coat. That's the Necessary Evil Alcis coat. The next coat is a pretty old coat. This is a coat that I bought about 15 years ago at least. I think this is the oldest coat in the collection. I wore this on my wedding day because it was hacking it down. I put this over the top of my wedding dress. I love this coat. I bought this coat because it was really goth when it was quite difficult to get things that were intentionally goth, just, you know, on the high street. And my friend at work had bought one, and she came in, and we were both quite into our sort of 50s style things, but in a very, you know, she was very into the vintagey end of it, whereas I was more into the sort of rockabilly end of it. But we both shared quite a love of that sort of retro fashion. And she came in wearing this, and I was like, where did you get that coat? And she was like, Topshop. So I immediately went to Topshop and was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. And this coat is so well made. It has lasted me, well, since then. I don't think I've ever washed it. Have I had it dry cleaned? I don't think I ever have. It's beautifully lined in so many different panels. It's got these huge lapels here. It's got this really long belt, incredibly long belt, that whenever I go to a restaurant or anything like that, I have to, you know, hook it. I mean, it's ridiculously long, but it means you can tie it in this huge flowing bow. It's got this gorgeous high-low hem at the front. So it's beautifully crafted with these giant bell sleeves as well, which when you look there, the seam goes like round the sleeve. It's just such clever tailoring. This at the time was so expensive, bearing in mind this was about 15 years ago, and I think it was 120 quid, and I remember thinking, I can't believe I'm going to spend £120 on a coat. Now 120 quid isn't that bad for a decent coat, but back then I remember being like, this is eye-wateringly expensive, but it is so worth it. It has lasted me. It's just gorgeous. I wear it when I go to Revival because you just look perfectly 50s in it. But it is absolutely magnificent. This is if I'm going to a wedding or something like that, this is the coat that I wear because it looks so smart, and it's perfect. It's perfect. I just don't like to wear it all the time because I don't want to ruin it, and also it doesn't have a hood. So, you know, if it's raining, your hair gets wet. So yeah, it has its cons in that it doesn't have the hood, but oh, this coat, I will never get rid of this coat. I love this coat so much. Beautiful classic cut coat. But yeah, you can't get this for love nor money now. I mean, you never know, you might come across one secondhand, but you're never going to intentionally find it. Right, this is the last Necessary Evil coat. I think out of 12 coats, 4 of them are Necessary Evil, so that's a third of my coat collection is Necessary Evil. Bearing in mind, I've been collecting for 15 years. That's you know. You know my obsession with Necessary Evil. So this is the Necessary Evil Selene Coat. There is a video where you can see a full review on this. I'll put it up there and down below. It has, oh, it's beautiful. Look at this gorgeous purple lining. Absolutely beautiful purple lining. This is the colour that was on my wedding dress, this purple. It's kind of a shame that this wasn't around. This would have gone beautifully with my wedding dress. It's got these awesome clips at the front and at the back, so you can make it a high-low hem or you can make it into a bustle. It's got a lovely zip. It's got pockets. That's the one thing I didn't mention when I did the review of the coat because I didn't find them for 2 weeks. It took me, yeah, I know it was ages before I found the pockets. I think I was trying to do something else and was like, oh my god, where's my hand gone? And I was like, oh my god, there's a hole in it. And then I was like, that's not a hole, that's a pocket. So yeah, love this coat. Yeah, here we go, look, pockets. It's gorgeous. It's got these beautiful sleeves with the beautiful like epaulette detail on them. It's just so gorgeous. It just is such a stunning coat. Only thing with this coat is it's quite tight on the sleeve, so if you are looking at getting it, definitely size up. But yeah, this is still available on Kate's Clothing as well, and again, I think it might be in the sale. Honestly, go watch that video and that full review of this coat if you're interested in it, because I tell you, oh, I love this coat. Love this coat. And like I said, remember, use that code METALMAMA15, get 15% off at Kate's Clothing. Pick yourself up one of these. Okay, right, we've got 2 left. They're kind of wild cards actually. Well, they kind of are and they kind of aren't. So this one's not black. Heavy Metal Hubby bought me this coat again I think about 10 years ago. I got this coat before I got the Alice hood. This is the Alice coat. This is the full length. It's like double lined. I mean, you feel like Little Red Riding Hood but wearing purple. I really wanted a red version of it, but they only did the red. When it was all over red, it was almost orangey red and I didn't like it. And they did one that was like a red and black tartan, I think, but I wasn't big into that one either. It was one of those things where you kind of think, oh, I wish I'd kind of picked it up. This coat is so warm. It's fleece and then it's lined as well. It's got this, again, beautiful giant hood. I can wear this hood with one of my spiky headdresses on and I can still get this hood up. This is still available. You can still get this from quite a lot of places. I mean, this is 10 years old and look how well it's doing. I have had to replace a couple of the bows because the stitching came off and I lost them. I did keep them and then they disappeared. You know when you put somewhere in a safe place? It's so safe that you forget where it is. So I had to redo a couple of the bows. So this bow here I've had to remake myself. But I mean, that was no difficult feat. Again, it's got the heart-shaped pockets. They're great, the heart-shaped pockets, but your phone does tend to fall out of them because they're not very deep. But yeah, I love this. It's, again, it's corseted on the back, so it looks magnificent. Whenever this is hanging up at work, I get all the people going like, oh, is that your coat? That coat is beautiful. And I'm like, yes, it's mine. Yeah, I absolutely love this coat. But this coat is heavy because it's so thick. And it's so warm that if you're going like shopping, you know, when you keep going in and out of shopping centres and so you're like, oh, it's really cold outside, so I'll wear this coat, which is great. And then you go into a shopping centre that's heated and you're like, oh my God, I'm so hot, I'm going to die. And then if you go, okay, fine, I'll take it off, but it is heavy, which is why I bought the Necessary Evil Alcis coat, because I wanted a coat that was still full length, but that wasn't as heavy for on days when it wasn't quite warm enough. You know, if you're out in the snow, this coat is great. This coat is absolutely fantastic. But if you're in and out of shopping centres and stuff, you just end up getting really hot and sweaty in this. So this coat is great for school runs. This coat is great for, you know, going out on a long walk in the snow. Not so much for a shopping trip if you're going to be, you know, in and out. Right, the very last one on my list. This is the Jawbreaker Necromancer Raincoat. I wanted a coat for the rain because none of these coats are waterproof. Well, I mean, I suppose you could say the leather coat is, but it's got no hood, so it's not very helpful. I wanted something to wear like at download when you know when normally you're like, you've got to get the cagoule out and you're like, I don't want to get the cagoule out, everybody looks the same. And I wanted this because you can still show off your amazing outfit underneath, because that really annoys me about having to wear a coat. You're like, I spent ages styling this outfit and then I just end up putting a big coat over it for the whole day and nobody can see my outfit. So I really wanted this because where it's completely see-through, you can see my whole outfit in. It's got like a Ouija board pattern on the back, and on the front leg you've got 2 skulls here. I mean, I don't know how much you can see because obviously there's nothing inside it, but I will insert some pictures from the website so that you can see it more clearly. It's got skulls here, it's got Ouija board on it, it's got insects and animal skulls, and it's really, really cool. You can still get this, and I think it's reduced because I think it's like reduced to clear sort of thing. So again, this is from Jawbreaker. The only problem that I have with it is that one of the cuffs has just started to unstitch itself, but that's, again, that is an easy fix because all the holes are there. You've just got to go back through and re-sew it back together. It's not even a case of sewing, you're literally just meeting the holes up again. So I keep meaning to do that. I will do that, but I wanted to leave it so I could show you guys. But yeah, this is great. I mean, it does get quite, when I wore it to download a couple of years ago, it did get a little bit steamed up inside after a while. But I didn't care because I was like, I've got a badass raincoat. A little while ago, Disturbia did a Kaggle and I was so tempted by it, but it was like 70 quid and I just couldn't justify 70 quid for it. And even when it was on like a 50% off, I was like, I still can't justify £35 on a Kaggle because, you know, I'm not exactly one for like, oh, let's go on a day-long hike somewhere, because I'm like, well, no. You know? Don't get me wrong, I like going for a family walk or something like that, but I'm not one for, let's spend the whole day climbing a mountain. I'm very much about aesthetic, so I want to go somewhere where I can look good, you know. Don't get me wrong, we like being outside, the heavy metal household, but, you know, I want to make sure that I look bloody good doing it, and, you know, wearing sad sports clothes, it's not for me, you know. I'm not one of these mums at the school gates that wears the, oh, what they call those horrible sailing jackets that everybody wears, you know. Oh, the ghastly things. But yeah, I am not that mum in one of those. I do have my mum coat, which lives in the boot of the car. I'm not getting that out because the weather has got to be absolute cack for me to wear that. The only time we really ever wear it is when we're putting the trailer tent up and it's raining so hard that is the only thing that will do, because you've got the movement in your arms sort of thing. But nobody's seeing me then, and quite frankly, I've spent the whole time being like, I can't believe I'm wearing this, I look awful, I hate it. But yes, so that is the Jawbreaker Necromancer raincoat. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing my coat collection. I really enjoyed filming it, actually. It was good fun reminiscing about some of these old coats. If you would like a review of any of the coats that I haven't already done a review of, please let me know down in the comments and I will endeavour to chuck that into a video. You know, I might, if there's a couple of them, I'll do them as a full review sort of thing. But I just wanted to show you all that I have. So, as you can see, there's quite a different range of coats, etc. So, you know, not just about black, mostly black. Very much mostly black, but yeah. But there you go. So remember to like this video, comment down below, like I said, if you want to discuss any of the things that have come up in this video. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so that you can find out whenever I upload. And remember people, stay heavy.